So I relapsed, and I'm not proud of it. I went into rehab because I was tired of crying or trying to kill myself, and I was tired of just seeing my mama cry. So I went in there for her, and I've been trying really hard to stay sober, stay on a straight path, and get everything done that I need to get done, get a job. I'm at a house right now. There's 20 other people like me at this house. It's a 20 head occupancy at max. It might not be 20. It probably is like 18 people. And I've been having a bunch of run-ins that have been causing me to relapse. Whether it's bed bug reports. I went to the doctor. I thought I had shingles, which I did end up having shingles, but the doctor's like, you got bed bugs too. And I've had 3 different reportings where they're supposed to fix it. They didn't fix it. There's other 2 people at the center that I'm going at that I was talking to, and they have the same incidents where they're dealing with bed bugs too. And then actually my roommate just ended up with bed bugs. So it's that's there, and that wasn't that big a deal because I'm used to sleeping outside in a tent, with bugs and all that stuff. But it still isn't. I see it as not a big deal, but most people would be like, okay, that's pretty shit. That's not a good sober environment, not a good sober promoting environment, I should say. I've been having a run in. There's a guy here that gets money from the state. He's got one leg, got chopped off in a motorcycle accident. And I don't know why he fucking hates me, but he's got a vendetta against me. And there's been multiple reports where that's the only person that I've really reported here. There's 20 people here, and there's only one person that I've reported to the house manager. And I get why he's around. He gets some people when they, don't do their dishes right, or they leave a light on, or they don't, clean the bath, do their chores right. So he's kind of like the enforcer around here. But it gets to a point where there's 3 people in the house that will stand up to me and say, "Hey, this guy's pretty much harassing Preston. Let's tell him to chill out for a little bit. This is not cool to see. This is not fun to see." So whenever I report that, it's when other people in the house stand up to him and say, "Hey, dude, chill out on him, lay it up." And I don't know why he hates me. I know I got these freakishly long giraffe legs. People do things because they like to point out their own insecurities, what I found out in the sober recovery program I'm at. Whatever. I don't care. All I care about is it did not make me feel good every time he harassed me. And it did not make me feel good the 4 times that I reported him harassing me and nothing got done about it. And then it also did not make me feel good when I finally went around the housing manager and I talked to the owner about it. And when I told the owner about it, the owner asked me to move houses. And I don't want to move houses. I like the situation that I was at. I don't feel like I should move homes just because one guy's harassing me. I get it, having a guy like that around here that hounds people and gets on them for not doing stuff. That's a good thing. But when you're hounding on somebody because you just don't like his character, you don't like who he is, whatever. I don't really care. I don't even talk to the guy. I try to avoid him now at this point. And if he doesn't like me, that's fine. I don't really like his negative outlook on everything. He fucking tries to control everything, the remote and all that stuff. Tells people what to do. Tries to act like Billy Badass of the house. It gets old at this point. I get it. Like, dude, you got one leg. You can't really hurt anybody. So you use your words and you try to hurt him with your words. And that's pretty much the way I see it. And you can't really do anything about it. It's like a woman. Like, you can't really hit a woman back, so therefore sometimes women are going to say a lot more than what a guy would say to another guy. A woman would say more to a guy. You can't hit a paraplegic. You can't hit a guy who's autistic. You can't hit a guy who's got a leg missing because they have a disability. Therefore, he's going to talk way more shit and get away with a lot more because he's got his own shield in a way. So I reported that, was told to switch houses. I said I didn't want to switch houses. I said that it's causing me to want to go to a treatment center where I can go do a 3-day detox because I'm at this point now where it's causing me wanting to do drugs, just being harassed by this guy. It felt good to have those 3 people stand up to me, I'm not going to lie, but it did not feel good having that feeling of relapsing. So I ended up smoking weed, and I got almost popped for weed that time. And then I'm more of a meth head too, so that's kind of weed is like something I do when I'm really depressed. But I'm getting kicked out in 2 days. It's okay. I mean, I got a situation. I got a school bus truck that I'm gonna move into, so I'm excited about that. I got to get it out of towing, put a battery in it, and then hit the road, get a job, get some gas in it. I'm going to do a plasma donation tomorrow to get some money, and then the next 2 days I can do another donation. It's like $100 a pop, which is good. It's not the funnest thing to do, but having a job is, something that's going to take a week or so down the road, and that's okay. That's what it is. There's life. I've when they kicked me out, they gave me a report. So I left the door open, and they said that I left the light switch on 50 times. They said that I relapsed 2 times, and she was filling out this treatment plan for me. So like when you relapse, you have options. They ask you, okay, you can go to a 48-hour recovery service, or you can leave in 48 hours. You can go to a inpatient drug rehabilitation center. That's 3 days. Or you can pass a drug test the next day with a BAC of 0000. So those are the 3 options. But the last report that she did, she filled out, the checklist for me, and then went upstairs, said, you're getting kicked out, and here's a laptop right here, sign here. And I'm like, I'm not signing that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. Well, essentially it was filling out a report for me of what my course of action on my rehabilitation is for me, which was leave the house in 48 hours. I don't like that, but it is what it is. I don't like that, I'm in an environment that put me in a position where I want to relapse multiple times. Like, there was one time where I was outside, I was smoking, and then I go inside, I walk into the kitchen, and this girl, we kind of have like back and forth bickering, but it's not like, we're having arguments, we're not raising our voice at each other. It's just like she'll walk by and she'll say something, or, I'll say something back, kind of like muttering things, which is annoying. I wish it wouldn't go that way, but it was always her attacking me, and I had to stand up for myself like 1 out of the 3 times. And I did, but anyway, so I walked into the kitchen, and she looks at me and gives me this look. It's like, what's wrong with you? And as I'm sitting there thinking, like, what's wrong with me, dude? Like, why would she say that? What's going on? My brain's already going on this scramble. And the next thing you know, it's like a system. Tracy, the house manager, comes up behind me and says, why do you do that, Preston? Why do you hack that Amazon account? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, Nathan, I got text message from Nathan saying the account's been compromised because of Preston or something like that. And I'm like, well, that does not make me feel good, because now the house owner's saying that I hacked his account, and I'm getting cornered by her in a, like, what it seems like a systematic attack in a way. And so I told her, it's like, well, since you're the house manager, we'll go over here, I'll show you what's going on with the TV. I was watching YouTube, and then a Ring doorbell camera popped up of somebody's front porch, and I click on it, and I blow it up, and I show Justin, which is another guy, and I was just showing him that, and then we look outside around the neighborhood, and we're trying to figure out whose house it is, like whose house got synced up to our TV. Well, it turns out it was like another sober living house that the owner of this house owns, and that somehow it popped up because of some sort of Amazon account being compromised or something like that, and it got put on the TV in there. I don't like that. I don't like being falsely accused of stuff. It does not make me want to say, hey, sober Preston, let's go another day and not doing drugs. Let's not do meth today. Let's not do anything that makes me feel better, because it made me feel bad. It made me not feel right. It made me feel like, okay, she's attacking me, and now the owner's saying stuff that, according to Tracy, was on text. So I relapsed. I got popped for it, and I got a report. It's part of the reason why I'm getting evicted right after that happened. And it's a hard thing to manage, like a sober living house, trying to do it in a way that you're not creating like this social pyramid hierarchy scheme where you, it seems like in life you raise up to the top by pushing as many people down as you can. I don't like doing that stuff, but it's just what I see. And when you have a housing manager of a location that's supposed to help people stay sober, and you have that mentality of, you know, pushing the next guy down to get up, you kind of lose your soul in a way. You kind of get a little bit wicked. You kind of get a little bit negative. You kind of get it's just not the best situation for me. That's why I'm glad, dude. I'd rather sleep in a tent than sleep another day here. Like, there's 20 people in a household like this, or there's 20 people that can have a head count, but there's reportings at the center that I'm at by multiple people that, you know, in the same room that I've had, bed bugs have been a reoccurring issue, and, you know, it's like 850 times 20 people. I mean, that's the max. I'm not saying that's what it's at right now. It's probably like 16 to 18 people in this house. It's a 3-story house, 2 people to each bedroom. The state pays $850 per person. I'm not saying the state pays for every person. Some people pay cash. Half the house lives here. We're actually works under Tracy at another recovery center. I gotta respect people's privacy, so one sec. Anyway, I'm glad that I'm moving out. It did come with a really nice, let's see, really nice outdoor space. Not only are there bed bugs that I got to deal with, but I guess there's a fly infestation every day you come out here. Whatever, boo-hoo. I wanted to document this because the first day that I came into the sober living house, I kind of got a rundown from the housing manager. And it was showing me around the house, but it was also telling me stories about she's going to the pen, how she worked for the cartel, how all this bad stuff that she's tied to happened in her life. And I've been told a bunch of stories about how she's got people that will ride or die for her, that, you know, this guy will kick his ass, and like this guy kicked his ass for me, you know. And so by me saying this, I feel like I'm probably going to get attacked in some way, so I figured I might as well get some sort of documentation if I'm going to talk shit about anything. But that's the sober environment. That's the sober system that I've been a part of. So that's why I'm glad that I'm getting kicked out tomorrow. I'm not glad that I relapsed. I'm not glad that I made my mama cry again. I fucking hate that shit. But I am glad that I can maybe try a different house and go a different route and try to have a better chance of staying sober than I do here. But anyway, bye.